be fine. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive from the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back. We've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. And when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't gas, we know what it takes. Every set of build from the ground we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go win. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you want to win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear. Yeah, we test, we tone, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you want to win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Setup shop.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for the second time out here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tier 1 Studios. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. Joining me tonight, once again, are the voices inside my head alongside my good friends, myself and I, as we rejoin the Wild West Racing League out here tonight at Darlington Speedway in the 1987 Cup Series out here tonight. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in practice. Another short field out here tonight. Jacob Schaffet joining up at the last moment. Hopefully we get at least a handful of more guys in the race out here tonight. This broadcast is brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse weekly events for PvE and PvP players and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Appreciate you all joining us here tonight at Darlington. With just under 4 minutes to go in practice, Keith Ayers, the fastest car on track at the moment tonight. 31.082, fastest time so far. Dakota Henderson with a 31.1. Justin Bell with a 31.2. Tanner Ensign with a 31.5. Scott Rush with a 31.8. Brighton Coleman down in 6th with a 32.5. Mike Daughtery also joining up at the last moment as well. Ace Campbell, one of our friends from over at Core, a former broadcasting affiliate now, was going to join us tonight but had to back out due to a family issue he needed to go get resolved, so hopefully he will be here in the future for ARCA or otherwise in the coming days out here tonight. Justin Bell, Scott Rush, Brighton Coleman, the only cars on track at the moment. We jump on down trackside. I keep forgetting that Darlington has these awful cameras for no reason other than they can. Like, seriously, who wants a camera halfway in the catch fence? Off of turn 2, though, the number 8 of Justin Bell, currently down in 3rd in the black and white WIO Outlaw Custom diecast. That is a sharp-looking race car on that number 8. Our friend Ace Campbell in the 728, unable to join us out here tonight. That's okay. Mike Daughtery just joining up onto pit road now in the number 56. Another sharp-looking race car out here today. That is the 5 of Dakota Henderson just ahead of him in a very Red Bull-inspired number 5. Not sure if his paint is not loading. I know my paint is. 19 of Keith Ayers in the Miller American Buick. Fastest car at the moment. Scott Rush will jump over to now, just pulling off the edge of the racetrack in the Raiders Wasteland number 04. Tanner Ensign in the 44 not on track. Brighton Coleman in the Kodak number 4. Jacob Schoffer not yet spawned in. Just about a minute 15 left to go here in practice. 56 joining up onto the racetrack for the first time tonight. .30 seconds left to go in practice. Practice now over. Mike Daughtery up to 7th. Ace Campbell actually in the session by some miracle in the soup can. 728. Oh, well. Let's take a look at who is brave enough to join up onto the racetrack first. Justin Bell, Keith Ayers, and Ace Campbell in the Campbell's Classic Chicken Soup, number 728. Getting rolling underway here at Darlington. Joining back into the session at the last moment. Glad to see him joining. I need to fix that paint job on that number 728, but it's all okay. 728, winding that baby up through turns 3 and 4 we go. Running just on the white stripes here, just past the catch fence. Off of turn 4. Gonna take the green flag for the first flying lap out here tonight at Darlington. Charging down the front stretch we go into turn 1. and pummeling it off the wall and breaking the front right of that beautiful 728 car. Off of turn 2, deciding to keep it on going. Surprised he is not going to pull off and try to reset and set a good lap time out here tonight. Back through turns 3 and 4, up into the wall again out here at Darlington. Continuing on, just going to keep going with it. 728 with an invalid first lap. Let's see what he can do for lap number 2. Right up against the wall through turns 1 and 2. Justin Bell so far with the fastest time so far. Off of turn 2 and down to the backstretch we go. Justin Bell with a 31.624 to beat out here tonight. Keith Ayers, Brighton Coleman, Tanner Ensign, Scott Rush, Jacob Schaffet all on the racetrack. 728 trying to keep it clean back through turns 3 and 4 this time. Doing the best he can over the start-finish line. Ace Campbell will do a 34.3 out here tonight. Not exactly a flying start. For Ace Campbell, Keith Ayers holding first now. 31.5 the time to beat. Justin Bell, Scott Rush, Jacob Schaffet will jump on over to. In the Puffy Swag Shop 00 off of the wall. Big hit for the 00 there. Love that he's changed up his colors on that race car. That is a great looking car out here tonight. Ace Campbell still falling back. Brighton Coleman, Dakota Henderson will jump over to now in the Red Bull number 5 Ford. The only Ford out here tonight. Back through turns 1 and 2 we go. Charging down the Boeing backstretch into turn 3 we go here at beautiful Darlington, South Carolina. The Lady in Black. Henderson in the number 5 Red Bull Ford Thunderbird. Off of turn 4, past the restart zone we go. Dakota Henderson with an opening lap, which will get him up to pole. 31.244. What a run. Tanner Ensign up to 5th. Brighton Coleman down in 7th. Ace Campbell in 8th. I remember to do that. Oops. Mike Daughtery yet to set a time out here tonight at Darlington Raceway, as the 5 crams it up into the wall and brings it to a stop. Just about a minute 37 seconds left to go in qualifying. Brighton Coleman in the number 4 bringing up back down pit road. 728 still ongoing, trying to get to grips with these Chevrolet Monte Carlo out here tonight in the Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup Machine. For those playing at home, yes, I did paint that. It was fun, and he asked me to do it, so I said yes. Michael Loveless, last minute Loveless, joining up in the number 68 Buick. Mike Daughtery still with no time yet. Apologies for the delayed start on the stream. Some of my settings were not correctly set up, so hopefully we will have that fixed for the future. Everybody on pit road now. Michael Loveless and Mike Daughtery yet to set a time if they choose to out here tonight. Qualifying coming to a close here at Darlington Raceway. We get ready to go racing here at beautiful Darlington, South Carolina. We take a look at warm-ups. My apologies. I forgot there's a warm-up before the session starts. Jump on up to Justin Bell, currently out on the racetrack first. I do like this number 8. I like the paint job on this car. This is a great looking car for Justin Bell out here tonight. Beautiful Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Off of turn 4, past the start-finish line for his first flying lap here in practice. Michael Loveless, Jacob Shoffett, and Mike Daughtery back out on the racetrack. Loveless and Daughtery potentially choosing to start at the tail end of the field to avoid any early-on wrecks, knowing that these cars are just as unwieldy as they look on screen. Believe me, no power steering is a blank. Fill in the blank. Trying to keep it somewhat professional here on the live stream. It's fine. Ace Campbell joining everybody up in the driver's meeting chat with Dakota Henderson, Jacob Shoffett, and Michael Loveless. Good crowd over there. Hopefully he gets some tips and tricks for how tonight is gonna go. Jump on over to the iconic number 44 WIO Outlaw custom diecast machine of Tanner Ensign now. Michael Loveless out on the track with a second place time, 32.464. Out here tonight at the moment. Mike Daughtery up to fourth with a 32.6. And straight on back down towards pit road, the 44 goes. Holding it right on the bottom. Trying to keep some momentum going as he charges into turn 1. Guess he was just looking to warm up the tires a little bit more there. These Goodyear Eagle tires. Ace Campbell leaving the voice chat. .44 of Ensign slowing down. Believe he is doing pit road practice out here tonight at Darlington. Not a bad thing to do. Darlington with a renownedly difficult pit road entry off of the narrow turns 3 and 4 at such a high speed as well. Tends to be a real pain in the butt to try and get around as he trundles on down pit road. 00 of Jacob Shoffett just peeking out the edge of your screen there. 68 of Michael Loveless will jump up to now with a 32.1 improving from his last time. Justin Bell with a 32.1 as well. .68 Loveless losing it into turns 3 and 4, right up against the wall. Trying to keep things going. We'll bring it down to a stop. Practice, or warm-ups, excuse me, most likely going to be coming to a close momentarily out here tonight at Darlington in the 1987 series. Ace Campbell off of pit road and down pit road this time. Yeah, Darlington is another one of these racetracks that I never seem to quite get to grips with. I am not the best at the short tracks in the slightest. I will admit. And the more and more I look at Ace Campbell's number 728 car, I'm more and more realizing just how bad it was that I did not properly adjust everything, and I did not realize that he would need the contingencies for this series. So my apologies, Ace. I will make another paint job for you that is correct post-race tonight. We'll make sure that's all set. Mike Daughtery with a 32.088 out here tonight at Darlington. Justin Bell is second, Michael Loveless in third, Jacob Shoffett, Brighton Coleman, Ace Campbell in sixth, excuse me. Tanner Ensign with a 47.14 doing pit road practice. Scott Rush with a 1 minute 5. Henderson just leaving pit road and getting sucked back down to it as we get ready to go racing out here today at Darlington Raceway. 70 laps under the sun here at Darlington as we take a look at the track. 71 degrees in the air, 110 on the track surface. 1 mile an hour wind from the north around this 1.3 mile circuit, 157 feet above sea level, 45 mile an hour pit road speed limit. Completely manual transmission, going to be a different kind of mongrel to try and race with out here today at Darlington as everyone slowly joins up, waiting on Henderson and Lovelace to join on up. Dakota Henderson, your pole sitter out here today. Waiting on him now to join up so he can get underway here at Darlington Raceway.
You have 3 additional sets of tyres for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
Henderson failing to join for the race. What an interesting turn of events. Dakota Henderson will fail to start. Justin Bell will assume his position on the bottom of the racetrack. Only 9 cars will be starting this race. Justin Bell leading the way on the inside. Keith Ayers right alongside him. Scott Rush down in 3rd. Tanner Ensign in 4th. Jacob Schaffet up to 5th. Brighton Coleman in 6th. Ace Campbell in 7th. Michael Lovelace in 8th. And Mike Daughtery down in 9th out here tonight at Darlington. I'm not entirely certain if it is green flag on the opening lap under pace car. I believe it is, because Darlington's just long enough. Back around into turns 3 and 4 on the high banks out here tonight at Darlington Raceway. 8 of Justin Bell and the 19 of Keith Ayers side by side for the start of the race out here today at Darlington. Pace car is down pit road this time. Rolling back around into the restart zone we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Darlington. As what the heck? 3 of 70. What do you mean 3 of 70? We're going to refresh all of that. My SDK very confused out here tonight for some reason. And it is still showing incorrectly. So hopefully that just kind of fixes itself as the 19 leads the way off of turns 1 and 2, charging down into 3 and 4. We go. I, again, don't understand what has happened with my SDK, but that is very much not correct. Dakota Henderson down 2 laps, but back out on the racetrack as we continue underway. 19 of Keith Ayers leading the way. Justin Bell in 2nd, less than a 1/3 of a second behind. Tanner Ensign not too far back as well, about a 1.5 behind the leader, down to a 2 3/4 behind. Michael Lovelace about a 2nd behind him. 0-0 of Jacob Schaffet, big time into the wall off of turn 4. Trying to keep it straight in the 0-0 Buick, as apparently the entire timesheet just wanted to do a Rolodex, but that's fine. Michael Lovelace is a big mover at the moment as we jump on down to Scott Rush in the 0-4. Whoa, 728 of Ace Campbell. Sliding it out off of turn 1, trying to keep the momentum going. 0-4 of Scott Rush continuing on out here tonight. Brighton Coleman in the number 4 Kodak machine. Mike Daughtery in the 56, trying to run him down. Dakota Henderson magically back on the lead lap as the timesheet fixes itself, and Ace Campbell down to last. I have no idea what just happened, but we're still going. Ace Campbell 8.4 behind the leaders. We continue on racing out here tonight at Darlington, jumping back up to Keith Ayers just off of turn 2. (19) running away with it. Tanner Ensign all of a sudden up to 2nd place. What the heck just happened to our friend Justin Bell? Justin Bell down to 4th all of a sudden. Tanner Ensign and Michael Lovelace racing it out between the two of themselves off of turn 2. 68 very loose off of turn 2. 8 also very loose down the backstretch. 44 of Ensign trying to go back up the inside into turn 3. 44 of Ensign putting the bumper to him. 8 of Justin Bell right there as well. Jacob Schoffett a little bit further back, just off of turns 3 and 4 now. 0-0. Struggling to keep some speed up out here tonight. A little bit of right front damage as the 0-4 and the 5 of Dakota Henderson are chasing him down. Dakota Henderson down in 7th. Brighton Coleman in 8th. Mike Daughtery up 1 in the 56. Ace Campbell really struggling to get to grips out here tonight in the 728 as we continue on racing here at Darlington. In fairness to our friend Ace Campbell here, he's a good driver. He definitely is a good driver. He's kicked my butt in core a few times. But this is Darlington. This is not a track that plays nice with just about anybody. As we continue on racing out here tonight, 7 of 70 this time by. 19 of Keith Ayers still leading the way by almost 3.5 seconds ahead of Michael Lovelace and Tanner Ensign. Ensign almost 4 seconds behind. Justin Bell, 4.1. Jacob Schoffett and Dakota Henderson, 7.2 and 7.8. Scott Rush down 8.2. Brighton Coleman down 9.5. Mike Daughtery down 9.8. And Ace Campbell down 14.5 and falling out here tonight. Rounding out the 10-car field here at Darlington Raceway, here with the Wild West Racing League 1987 season. Brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland, the 04 car of Scott Rush, offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. 5 of Henderson, very loose in the number 5 Ford Thunderbird Red Bull machine on the bottom of the racetrack. Henderson not having a great start to this race as we are just about to approach 10 laps in. Oh, Henderson around off of turn 2. Caution is out. Halfway down the backstretch, 5 of Henderson spinning it out, bringing out the first caution of the night. Let's take a look. Whoa, big time loose off of turn 2. Just couldn't get it back around, nosed it into the wall. Apologies for that. I had to look away for just a moment. But a big spin for the 5 of Henderson early on in this race. First caution of the night here at Darlington with the Wild West Racing League. We will be right back.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all 3 eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team. Looking to take your racing to the next level?
We are back with the 1987 season here at Darlington with the Wild West Racing League. Let's get Dakota Henderson in here. Dakota Henderson, this is Pat Wilkinson up the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Dakota, unfortunately not the best start for you so far out here tonight in the Red Bull Racing number 5 Ford Thunderbird out here tonight. Want to talk us through what needs to change for the rest of the night? Hopefully get back out there?
Well, just going to tighten up ship, got into the wall, overdriving a turn a couple times, and just pretty much destroyed my car. Made it undrivable, trying to keep it off the wall, and Just ended up busting my ass trying to hold it together.
Well, hey, wish you the best of luck out here tonight here at Darlington. The lady in black, one of the harder of the ovals here in the NASCAR series, especially with these uniquely high banks and the tighter turns 3 and 4, making this a unique challenge for any generation of NASCAR Cup Series vehicle. Best of luck to you out there for the remainder of the night, my friend down in 8th.
Thank you.
Dakota Henderson down in 8th. First caution of the night. Coming to a close, pace cars lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight. '19 of Keith Ayers leading the way on the inside. Scott Rush in the 04 Raiders Wasteland machine on the outside. Michael Loveless right there behind the 04 on the high side. Ace Campbell in the 728 working his way back up to third on the inside, excuse me. I fumbled that one. 8 of Justin Bell, Tanner Ensign, Dakota Henderson, Brighton Coleman, Jacob Schaffet, Mike Daughtery. Pace car down pit road this time, rolling back around through turns 3 and 4 we go. Joining Spieth up on the flag stand, waiting for him to wave the green flag. We are racing once again out here tonight at Darlington. Jacob Schaffet in the 56 of Mike Daughtery just getting past the start-finish line now. We continue on over to Keith Ayers in the lead with another beautiful start out here tonight for the second restart of the race. Continuing on, 19 of Keith Ayers still leading the way. Scott Rush, Tanner Ensign, Michael Loveless, Dakota Henderson, and Justin Bell. Five-way battle for second place at the moment. 44 on the inside, trying to sneak up past. Whoa! 68 to 5! Big one off of turn 2. Caution is out. Michael Loveless off the wall. Rest of the field getting scattered. 728 the 00 involved. Huge one off of turn 2. Ace Campbell backwards in the wall. Jacob Schaffet losing his front bumper. Huge hit out here tonight at Darlington. Let's jump back and take another look. 68 of Loveless just to the end of your screen there. Pummeled off the inside wall. 728 and the 00 just with nowhere to go. Getting hooked up on the 5. Just nothing they could do about it. One heck of a crash for just about everybody in there. 19 of Keith Ayers with a radio issue, still leading the way, so we'll jump on down to Tanner Ensign. If you'll excuse me for just a moment, I promise we're not going to another ad break, but we will definitely be right back. And we're back. I just needed to turn my spotter off. We're all good. Second caution of the night in the air. Here with the Wild West Racing League, Keith Ayers, the only car left unscathed out here tonight so far in the Miller American Buick number 19. This broadcast is brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by all of us here at Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Second caution of the night here at Darlington Raceway with the 1987 Cup Series. Pace cars lights, I believe, will be off this time by. Yes, they are. 19 of Keith Ayers choosing the bottom for the restart once again. Okay, what is the point of that camera? Pace car and the rest of the field starting to form up off of turns 1 and 2. 0-4 Scott Rush and the 8 of Justin Bell on the second row. Waiting on Mike Daughtery to catch back up. Brighton Coleman, Dakota Henderson, Michael Lovelace, Jacob Shoffett, and Ace Campbell still down pit road. Jacob Shoffett, the last car on the lead lap. Campbell with a lot of damage. He may have a little bit more than he bargained for in terms of work to try and get that car back out on the racetrack out here tonight. Pace car down pit road this time. Rolling up towards the restart zone we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are racing once again. Ace Campbell still down pit road. 44 of Ensign up to the lead of this race as we charge through turns 1 and 2, trying to pick up the speed. Continue on racing, just shy of 20 laps into it. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch we go. Ace Campbell back out on the racetrack, down 3 laps. Must have used that fast repair earlier on. 44 of Ensign leading the way off of turns 3 and 4, excuse me. Continuing on racing, 8 of Justin Bell, a little bit loose off of turn 4, just on the bottom of the racetrack there. 19 of Keith Ayers side by side with him, charging down into turn 1. 44 leading the way out here tonight in the WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast number 44. I love the custom contingency numbers. As you can see, the state flag or the United States flags are part of their numbers over at the WIO / Ensign Motorsports team paints. 44 up into the wall off of turn 3. Managed to save it. Huge hit for Tanner Ensign as 8 of Justin Bell continues back on around and leads the way. 19 of Keith Ayers holding second. 44 of Ensign starting to pick up some speed, going ahead and blocking the 5 of Henderson. 68 of Lovelace right there with him as well. 19 grazing off the wall. A little bit harsh there. 8 of Justin Bell letting off early. Continuing back on around, 44 of Ensign, still a little loose. Justin Bell by about 3/4 of a second ahead of Keith Ayers. 5 of Henderson, very loose off of turn 2 again in the number 5 Red Bull Ford Thunderbird out here tonight. 68 of Michael Lovelace, starting to make up some ground here in the number 68 Water Wheel Foundation Wheels on Wheels Buick out here tonight. 04 of Scott Rush in the Raiders Wasteland Chevrolet Monte Carlo, bringing up the end of this pack here at the moment. Another great looking race car. Back around through turns 1 and 2, trying to keep some speed up at the moment. .04 Scott Rush running some good laps out here tonight. Brighton Coleman and the 56 of Mike Daughtery right there as well. Apologies for that. Just shy of a third of the way into this race out here tonight at Darlington. Brighton Coleman still leading the 56 of Mike Daughtery. Jacob Shoffett further in the back with some huge nose damage to the 00 Puffy Swag Shop Silent Circle, I believe that is his sponsor. Can't quite make it out on the back bumper. Very loose. Circles Creek, that's the one. It's been a minute, okay? Not having a great night out here tonight. Both sides of that number 00 bent to hell and back out here tonight. Jacob Shoffett not having the greatest run at the moment. Just about halfway into this, Justin Bell still leading the way. I've not seen our friend Ace Campbell in a little while. Ace Campbell just entering turns 3 and 4 now. Very slowly, trying to keep momentum up without damaging the car too badly. Down 3 laps Ace Campbell in the chicken noodle soup, Campbell's soup machine in the 728. 00 of Jacob Schaffet trying to reel him in the Circles Creek. Puffy Swag Shop 00 Buick. Running a good race out here tonight. Struggling to keep that thing turning. Justin Bell leading the way by about a second ahead of Michael Loveless. Michael Loveless, a hard charger at the moment, up 7 from where he started. Tanner Ensign in third. Not too far behind, just off of turn 2. Whoa, 5 of Henderson sideways again. 19 of Keith Ayers storming up the inside. Trying to get that 4th place back, start working the magic, get back into this race. 5 drifting into the entry of turn 3, pummeling the wall. Not what you want to see as we slowly approach halfway into this race. Scott Rush all over the bumper of the number 5 just ahead of him. Darlington in these cars proving to be very difficult for a lot of the best drivers in the league out here tonight. Justin Bell making it look easy at the moment. He is just running away with it. 68 of Loveless, hot on his heels though, not making it an easy show at all for the 8 of Justin Bell as we charge back around into turns 3 and 4. 2 GM machines out here tonight. I believe Buick is... No, that's Cadillac. It is Chevy primary versus Ford's secondary team. Buick's, I believe... No, are Buick's GM? Takes to Google. Are Buick GM? I think Buick's are GM, aren't they? Alright. Oh, I am stupid. Apparently. Oh, God, I feel like an idiot. It is Chevy Power versus Chevy Power, whether anyone realizes it or likes it or not. 8 of Justin Bell lead the way. 68 of Loveless in another GM machine. Third caution of the night, Dakota Henderson around again out here tonight. Ooh, big time smoke out of the 5 of Henderson, as the TV cameras here suck. 5 of Henderson going up high into turn 1. Therefore, Scott Rush on the inside. They kind of squeezed each other there. Oh, Henderson kind of clips the 0-4 there, assisting Scott Rush around. Dakota Henderson destroyed at the bottom of turn 2. Big hit for Henderson as the engine begins smoking out here tonight. Here in that number 5 car, Ace Campbell will be getting a lap back if he stays out. Excuse me, bit of a hiccup there. Wild West Racing League brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland. The premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast was also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. We thank you all for joining us out here tonight on YouTube. We hope you're enjoying the show. Ruku Takahashi joining us in the booth, and our friend Ace Campbell as well in the chat. Hey Ace, I think you're supposed to be driving there, my friend. Focus on driving the car rather than being in YouTube chat. Ace Campbell getting a lap back out here tonight, down in last. 10th place out here at the moment. Michael Loveless behind the pace car. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing for the fourth time out here tonight. Here at Darlington, the lady in black, the track too tough to tame. Michael Loveless, Tanner Ensign, side by side. Justin Bell on the outside this time. Keith Ayers back up into the top four. Mike Daughtery, Brighton Coleman, Scott Rush, Jacob Schaffet, Ace Campbell. Falling to the end of the field. Dakota Henderson sadly out of the race. Most likely he will be joining his teammates over there. Jacob Schaffet and Michael Loveless try to be a spotter of some sort for them. We continue back on around the racetrack, getting ready to go green flag once again out here tonight. We join our friend Speeve up on the flag stand, watching this field of 9 cars get ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Rolling up towards the restart zone we go. Michael Loveless on the point. The green car on the edge of your screen there. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are officially halfway. Jumping back onto the camera now. There we go. Charging down into turns 1 and 2. 44 of Ensign with a great start. 8 of Justin Bell also with another good one as well. Michael Loveless falling back. 19 of Keith Ayers side by side. 2 Buick teammates challenging each other for P3 at the moment. There's a bug in front of my TV screen. Don't do that, bug. I will come over there and kill you myself. 44 of Tanner Ensign leading the charge at the moment. 8 of Justin Bell. 2 WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast Ensign Motorsports teammates running the hell out of each other in these Chevrolet Monte Carlos. 2 Chevys, 2 Buicks, 1 Chevy, and then another Buick. 3 Chevys rounding out the end of the field. Dakota Henderson in the lone Ford Falcon Thunderbird. That's the one. I'm so confused. 8 of Justin Bell challenging the 44 down into turns 1 and 2 we go. Or 3 and 4, excuse me, we go. I keep getting lost on ovals. How does that happen? 36 laps of 70 completed this time by. Continue on racing. Winding out the remainder of this race. Trying to get down to 30 laps to go. 44 of Ensign running the heck out of it. Off of turn 2, down the Boeing backstretch. 68 of Loveless falling back off of Keith Ayers now. Top 3 working together beautifully. Loveless over a second behind Ayers for the battle for P3. 8 and the 44 really running the heck out of each other. 44 a little bit loose off of turn 4 there. 8 of Justin Bell trying to capitalize on the high side, trying to push his teammate and make the move happen. Whoa, gave the 44 a shot. Sent him sideways into turn 1. 8 of Justin Bell was completely sideways into the entry of turn 1. What a save from Justin Bell in the number 8. Let's actually go on board with Justin Bell now. On to Gyrocam for just a moment. Take a look at how he's doing from inside the race car on the big banks here at Darlington. No pressure, Justin. I'm on board your car now. Charging back around through turns 1 and 2, right up against the wall, trying to not get aero blocked by his teammate in the 44, leading the way, getting that slipstream down the backstretch, the Boeing backstretch here at Darlington, past the Earnhardt Towers. In the entry of turn 3 we go, sliding right back up to the high side of 44 just ahead, scraping off the wall, managed to keep it going. Right back down towards the white lines, continuing on. Down the front stretch, past the start-finish line, coming down towards 30 laps to go this time by Justin Bell, having led 13 laps so far. We'll jump on back to Keith Ayers, watching the battle for the lead out here at the moment. Keith Ayers with the most laps led so far. 8 of Justin Bell up into the wall, roaring on past Keith Ayers. Back up to second at the moment, still side by side most likely. Nope, he is ahead of Justin Bell. What a move from Keith Ayers, capitalizing on that last second wreck. Managed to get on by, now running down the 44 of Tanner Ensign. Ensign with clear air ahead. 19 of Keith Ayers trying to do his best to get back up to him. Almost giving the 44 a love tap into the entry of turn 2. Continuing back on around, trying to keep things settled here. Justin Bell back down to third at the moment. Michael Loveless 3 seconds back as we jump back outside. 19 and the 8 side by side now through turns 3 and 4. 44 Ensign trying to block both. Help out his teammate. Needed that. Cracked my neck. That felt good. Anyway. 44 of Ensign still leading the way. 29 laps to go. Tanner Ensign doing the best he can to run the hell out of that number 44 WIO Outlaw Custom diecast machine. 19 of Keith Ayers in the Miller American. 19 Buick up the inside into turns 3 and 4 we go. Back into turns 1 and 2. Doing the best they can to keep this momentum going. Whoa! 19 giving the shot to the 44 on the high side through turns 1 and 2 and onto the Boeing backstretch once again. Keith Ayers back into the lead with 27 laps to go out here tonight. Here with the Wild West Racing League. 8 of Justin Bell hot on his heels, though, getting that position back from teammate Tanner Ensign in the Ensign Motorsports number 8. Everybody trying to keep their cars together. No more cautions is the hope. I believe there will be at least one more pit stop out here tonight as we jump down into the field a little bit, going down to the 00 of Jacob Schaffet. Starting to make some magic happen. Stuck up against the wall again. 04 of Scott Rush behind him. Slowly reeling him in. Michael Lovelace way up the road. He's almost 4.5 seconds clear. 3.5 clear of Jacob Schaffet. 04 of Scott Rush trying to keep up with Jacob. Excuse me. Winding on down towards 25 laps to go here at Darlington, the lady in black. 00 of Jacob Schaffet in the Puffy Swag Shop Circles Creek 00. Former broadcasting affiliate teammate. Made some great shirts for us when I was back over there. I still have mine. 25 laps to go as we jump on down to Brighton Coleman. Mike Daughtery a little bit further back. Friend Ace Campbell just coming off of turn 4 now in the Campbell's Soup 728. Doing a great job out here tonight. He's back only down to 2 laps down. He is hoping for at least another caution. The only 1 lap down as Keith Ayers is monstering ahead of Justin Bell and Tanner Ensign. Justin Bell and Ensign falling back. He is almost 2.5, almost going down to 3 seconds behind Ayers. Ayers running the hell out of that number 19 Miller American, Buick. Doing a great job of it. Through turns 3 and 4 we go, down to 23 laps to go. Dakota Henderson out of the race. Not sure if he is going to be able to get that car fixed and at least any form of competitive. I am assuming he is not going to be able to in the number 5 Ford Thunderbird. $19 of Ayers doing a great job. 728 of Ace Campbell trying to stay out of the way, heading on down pit road, going down 3 laps once again with 22 laps to go. We'll jump on over to some of our more fun cameras. We'll jump on over to the bottom of the racetrack. 44 in the 8, 68 starting to reel them in as well. Wait for a couple other cars to come on by. 0 of Jacob Schaffet in the 04 of Scott Rush, Mike Daughtery, and Brighton Coleman waiting to come on by. There's Daughtery and Coleman now. Look at turn 2. Nope, and I'm too late for that. So we'll take a look at the exit of turns 3 and 4. On to the exit of 4 now. 19 of Ayers leading the way by a huge margin. 4.5 seconds now ahead of Tanner Ensign, who's back up to second. Side by side with the 00 and the 04 as well. Jacob Schaffet and the 04 of Scott Rush having a good battle. 00 big time sideways into turns 1 and 2. Losing a lot of speed though. Ace Campbell back off of pit road, trying to get back out and be a part of this race once again. 4 laps down now, probably going to be 5 laps down this time by. coming down towards 20 laps to go. Keith Ayers with a monster of a race car in that number 19 in the Ayers-Moore Racing number 19 machine, doing the best he can to run away with it out here tonight. Laps to go for Keith Ayers. Excuse me. Had to take a drink, losing my voice. Second broadcast of the day. We jump down to Michael Loveless, who's back up to third. Whoa! Big hit for the 8 of Justin Bell off of turn 2. Justin Bell sliding down to the bottom of the racetrack. He is going to call it there and come on down pit road for a new set of Goodyear Eagle tires and a splash of fuel. Most likely. Keith Ayers still leading the way. Let's actually take a look at when he last pit. So I'm assuming he's going to need some soon as well. He last pit on lap 32, just shy of halfway. We have had, I think, one caution since then. So with any luck, he will not have to pit again. Ride the clutch and coast through the turns here at Darlington, coming down to 17 laps to go. Smoke on... That was... Sorry. It's like, wait a minute, there was smoke, and then all of a sudden I don't have anybody on my cameras. Why are we back on TV 2? We were always on TV 1. Leave me alone. Go for Scott Rush, falling back once again. Michael Loveless back down to third. Tanner Ensign running on his own now. Justin Bell still down pit road. Brighton Coleman up to 7th. 44 of Ensign trying to keep that momentum rolling out here tonight. Down towards 15 laps to go. Keith Ayers leading one heck of a charge out here tonight so far. $19 of Ayers. Excuse me. 15 laps to go. Tanner Ensign, 6.3 behind the leader. Michael Loveless, about a second behind him. Slowly starting to reel him in, though, running right up against the wall. Doing the best he can. Scott Rush just going back through turns 1 and 2. A little bit, actually, off of the wall this time by. Mike Daughtery trying to pick up some speed here as well. Back through turns 1 and 2. A lot of good cars, not having the best night out here, but a lot of good cars still on the lead lap. Justin Bell out of the race. That is a surprising turn of events for our friend Justin Bell. Not sure what happened to him in the number 8, but he is completely gone. Very unfortunate for Justin Bell down in 8th. Brighton Coleman and the 00 of Jacob Shoffett off of turn 4. Past the restart zone we go. 19 of Keith Ayers in their mirrors, though. Keith Ayers... Keith Ayers trying to put the both of them a lap down each. Doing the best he can to, anyway. Running right up against the wall off of turns 1 and 2. Down to the bottom and back up to the top. Onto the Boeing backstretch we go off of turn 2 here at Darlington. Ignoring the very empty... surprisingly empty grandstands. $19 of Ayers, I believe, is genuinely coasting on the clutch to save fuel out here tonight at Darlington. Ace Campbell up to 8th as Justin Bell is out of the race. Dakota Henderson is also out. He is so far behind, unfortunately. Even if he did rejoin the racing surface, he would not be able to compete for any kind of points, if I am not mistaken. Very unfortunate, but sometimes the way it goes, especially here in these 1987 Cup cars and here with the Wild West Racing League at Darlington. Darlington being one of, again, the hardest tracks in all of NASCAR, in my opinion. These unique high banks with how fast these cars can go, especially with how things were at Wilkesboro a few weeks ago. Yeah, I can kind of see just how hard this really can be. Michael Loveless down pit road. He's got to chicken out and go get some more gas. Let's see how long he stays down there. Yep, splash and dash for Michael Loveless. Keith Ayres still leading the way. Ensign, 5 1/4 seconds down and falling. Scott Rush in the 0-4. 12 1/4. Mike Daugherty, 22 seconds behind. Jacob Shoffett, 33 behind. Michael Loveless just off of pit road now with some huge damage on the right front. Down a lap. What happened to you, Michael? As he pulls on back down to the bottom of the racetrack, he is missing his entire right front suspension. Hardly able to get that thing to come back around. And onto pit road once again. Brighton Coleman and Jacob Shoffett fighting it out once again for the battle for 5th. Keith Ayres with 9 laps to go, trying to put the pair a lap down. Off of turn 2 we go, and down the Boeing backstretch, Jacob Shoffett with another big hit on the wall. More right front damage to the 00 Puffy swag shot machine. 19 of Keith Ayres. I truly do believe he is actually just rolling on the clutch, because I do not hear his engine at all through the turns. Yes, I know I have them quite toned down for the sake of broadcasting purposes, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not really hearing an engine note. Keith Ayres trying to round out this race. Start on the pole when Dakota Henderson had a failure to start. Managed to get back out into the race. Kept the car moving forward as best as he could. 4 of Coleman trying to get out of the way. 00 of Jacob Shoffett also trying to make the move happen for 5th. Excuse me, I'm fumbling all over myself here. Only 4 cars left on the lead lap. Michael Loveless still down pit road. Ace Campbell driving like hell to try and get back into this race and at least get P7 away from Michael Loveless. That is, I'm assuming, his game plan anyway. Ace Campbell still down 4 laps. Not the best way to start your series out here tonight, my friend. But hey, again, it's Darlington, man. This is one of the tracks ever, man. I get it. Ace Campbell getting past Michael Loveless. Loveless down another lap on him. Coming down to 6 laps to go this time by. Five laps to go here at Darlington. At this point, anything that happens will be overtime here at Wild West Racing League. Whoa! As we speak of, Jacob Shoffett sideways off of turn 4. Caution is out. Let's take a look at what happened. Whoa, 0-4 Scott Rush. Not sure what happened there to Jacob Shoffett, but he just had a problem. He was scraped off the wall. Lost it into the wall into turn 3. Just couldn't get the car to come back on around. Drifted all the way through the high side of 4. Just got stuck up against the wall. Not sure if he broke a tire or what, but he just could not get it to turn back around. Scott Rush managing to avoid it by some miracle, keeping that 0-4 Raiders Wasteland machine clean out here tonight. Keith Ayres leading the way. Tanner Ensign in second. Everybody's probably going to take a free pit stop. Scott Rush down in third. Mike Daugherty in fourth. Brighton Coleman down a lap. Jacob Shoffett down a lap. Shoffett with some big damage. Not sure if he will be able to get enough of it repaired to keep on going. Ace Campbell down 4. Michael Loveless down 5. With still a lot of damage on that number 68. Keith Ayers and Tanner Ensign both coming on down pit road this time. Ensign looking for the pit stop of a century to get ahead of Keith Ayers for the end of this race. I believe we will be going to a green-white checkered finish out here tonight at Darlington. Watching everybody trundle on down pit road. Scott Rush just the edge of your screen there as well. Mike Daugherty also down pit road. Jacob Shoffett just entering as well. Brighton Coleman, the only car out on the racetrack in the number 4. If he has enough fuel and his tires are good enough to take the restart, he has one heck of a chance to show up and show off out here tonight at Darlington as we roll back around through turns 3 and 4. Keith Ayers, Tanner Ensign, both down off of pit road. Ayers will be on the pole once again. Splash and dash, potentially right side tires only. Tanner Ensign, Brighton Coleman. Will be in 3rd. Scott Rush in 4th. Mike Daugherty in 5th. Jacob Shoffett still down pit road. Ace Campbell only down 3. Michael Lovelace only down 4 now. Justin Bell out. Dakota Henderson is out. Fourth caution of the night. It will be a green-white checkered finish. Whoop! 728 hooking it hard left to get out of the way. I thought he just melted the tires off it and just sent it around. Shoffett down a lap, back out on the racetrack. Not where he wanted to be, but that is just how things go here at Darlington Raceway. 5 cars will take the restart. 56 of Mike Daugherty joining up on the bottom of the racetrack behind the 4. Keith Ayers, Tanner Ensign, Scott Rush, Brighton Coleman, and Mike Daugherty all on the lead lap. 5-way battle for the win out here tonight. Pace cars, lights are off. Rolling back around into turns 3 and 4 we go. Pace car getting ready to dive down pit road. There it goes. We take a look at our friend Speeve up on the flag stand. Couple of cars coming back on around. Through the restart zone we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are racing for the final time. White flag, white flag, white flag coming back no matter what out here tonight at Darlington. 44 of Tanner Ensign leading the way. Keith Ayers right there behind him in 2nd. Back around through turns 1 and 2 we go and towards the Boeing backstretch. Trying to keep it straight. 44 of Ensign, a little loose off of turn 2. 19 a little bit worse off as well. Down into turns 3 and 4 we go. Sorry. Needed a drink. Worst time possible. 44 of Ensign holds off. We'll come back around side by side. It's a drag race down the start-finish straight. Who's going to get it? It's Tanner Ensign. Keith Ayers coming in a close second by 0.06 of a second. 0.06 of a second behind Tanner Ensign. What a finish. Mike Daugherty in 3rd. Scott Rush in 4th. Brighton Coleman in 5th. Jacob Shoffett in 6th. Ace Campbell in 7th. Michael Lovelace down in 8th. Justin Bell and Dakota Henderson rounding out the field in 9th and 10th. Despite being out of the race, let's see if we can get Tanner Ensign in here. Tanner Ensign, congratulations on a fantastic win out here tonight at Darlington. What a way to win.
Thanks, buddy. How you doing tonight?
Well, that was a great finish. Whoop, we also have a wild Mike Daugherty in here. Hi, Mike.
Hey.
I'll get to you, I promise. Don't worry.
Yes.
You are next. Well, Tanner, talk us through those last few laps, winning by 0.06 of a second.
Well, I didn't have anything for Keith. He was definitely the fastest car all night long, and that caution come out at the end, and we were talking in race chat. We knew it was going to be a fight between me and him, and I just didn't miss a shift. I just kept grabbing the gears as aggressively as I could, and I was spinning all the way through down the front stretch there. I don't know why iRacing didn't extend it to a normal green-white checkered, which was weird. we come off of 4 coming to take the green. I saw the white flag pop up, so I knew I only had to beat him for a lap. But good run for the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Monte Carlo. So proud of all the virtual boys back at the shop, my teammates. Justin, he was fast tonight, had issues. Scott finishing 3rd. Brighton had a good run. He got back on the lead lap there at the end, so that's cool. But yeah, just all around good night for us. Still not the biggest fan of running here, but I think we're starting to figure it out.
Well, hey, one heck of a race for you out here tonight as you melt those Goodyear tires and probably your engine block in that number 44 WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast Chevrolet. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Thanks to you, Pat. Thanks to Tier 1 Studios. Thanks to everybody who shows up week in and week out, makes this possible. Thanks to Stanford Witt Foundation,
As you blow
Wire
your
Brothers.
engine on the start-finish line.
No,
You flip
it's still
the
not
camera
blown.
over, the engine just explodes.
We're still going. At least for a
We'll
second,
let you
we're still
continue
going.
burning it down. Congratulations once again, my friend, and we'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow night. Oh, well, no, you won't,
Sounds-
because you won't be here.
Nope, but I'll see you guys next week.
See you next week, Tanner. Thanks for joining us. I just heard his engine blow now. Mike Daughtery, welcome up to the booth. This is Pat Wilkinson. You got me?
Hey, Mr. Pat, how are you?
Doing pretty well. Congratulations on one heck of a run for you out here tonight, finishing in 3rd after starting down in 10th. Want to talk us through some of that action?
Well, I was watching all the action in front of me and hoping attrition would just eat them up, and it kind of did. Fought my way back to 3rd, and it was a heck of a battle for the lead. That was awesome to watch out the front windshield.
Well, I couldn't have put it better myself. Congratulations on a fantastic P3, just only a second behind Tanner Ensign in the lead. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to my 3 sons that race here on Monday nights, so we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Best of luck to you guys out here tomorrow night with the ARCA series. Can't wait to see some more of that. And best of luck to the 3 of you.
Thank you.
Let's get Keith Ayers in here. We'll call it a night. Keith Ayers, this is Pat Wilkinson up the booth. You got me.
And 4.
Keith, just by a whisker, 6/100ths of a second behind Tanner Ensign with a beautiful drag race for the win out here tonight at Darlington Raceway. You want to talk us through that?
Oh, I did everything I could but spin out Tanner on that coming to the line. Oh, I thought I had him. Oh, so close so far.
Well, hey, that was a heck of a run. You led 44 of 70 laps out here tonight. That is a commendable effort. Most laps led out here tonight by a wide margin. Congratulations on the P2 as well. That was a fantastic race. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
I just want to give a shout out to my team, AMR. They bring me fast race cars every week to the track. I just can't see enough good things about this team. I want to give it a shout out to my co-owner, Will, too. He's been having some difficulties showing up lately, but I'm sure everything will be back on track, and he'll be back at the racetrack in no time.
Well, best of luck to you and your teammates. Hopefully we do start seeing some more of the guys show up a little bit more. No offense to anybody, of course, but would be nice to start filling up the grids out here with the Wild West Racing League. This is a fantastic group of guys to come and race for. I hope any of you watching at home get the chance to come on out. There is a link in the description down below to come and join the racing here at Wild West Racing League. And Keith Ayers, congratulations on the P2. Sorry to go off track a little bit for you there, but hey, one heck of a run for you, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I'll see everybody next time.
See you next time, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Well, folks, you have yet again spent another perfectly good hour and 15 minutes with all of us here at Tier 1 Studios. We thank you all for joining us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed. Let's take a look at the active results as well. Your top 3, Tanner Ensign, Keith Ayers, and Mike Daughtery, are your top 3 finishers out here tonight at Darlington Raceway, the Lady in Black. Mike Daughtery, the hard charger, with 7 positions up from where he started. Keith Ayers with the most laps led and the fastest lap out here tonight with a 31.872. And Dakota Henderson with the pole position despite his woes in the race itself. One heck of a run for everybody out here tonight. This was a fantastic night of racing here at Darlington Raceway with the 1987 Wild West Racing League Series here on Sunday nights. We will be back tomorrow night with the ARCA Series, and then Tuesday with the late model stocks, and Wednesday with Gen 4. On Friday, we will be back as well with the Duchess Dirty Dozen in their next Gen Cup Series. Hopefully, our friend Eric Hudson will be joining us up in the booth for some of that action. Then on Saturday, we actually have a day off. So we'll have to see what we're doing Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll be back here with the 1987 series. So we hope you all come and join us. We are really looking forward to some more great green flag action here with the Wild West Racing League and with everybody else we get to broadcast for. Thank you all for watching. We hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more racing action here on Tier 1. This broadcast was brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse weekly events for PvE and PvP players and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast was also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. My name is Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. This has been the Wild West Racing League, and until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times, every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every setup built from the ground, we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go win. Yeah, we built one. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading Tier 1. Setup shop Tier 1. Take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs with the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you want to win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear, yeah, we test, we tune, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to Shop Tier 1. Yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 Setup Shop. See you in Victory Lane. Tier 1 Setup Shop.